In today's video, I'm going to be showing you a strategy that nobody's ever told you before about that can generate you in Q1 2020 in January between $100,000 and $500,000. Now, this strategy is what I call the New Year's resolution strategy. And trust me, nobody's ever told you this before, and this has not been found on YouTube before. Me and people in my business network have been using this strategy for the last few years, and we've been able to generate some really insane numbers. And what I'm going to be doing in today's video is I'm going to be showing you this strategy from A to Z, highlighting all the things you need to know to be able to use a strategy for your own e-commerce and dropshipping business, because a lot of gurus say in Q1 in January till March that e-commerce and dropshipping is dead because apparently nobody's got the money to spend money online for products. So basically everybody's saying don't do it in January, don't do any e-commerce or dropshipping. Don't listen to them. They just don't know what they're doing, and they don't know this strategy. So just remember where you first saw this strategy, because I know there's a lot of people that like to copy other people's videos out there. Now, let's just get straight into the video, and I'm going to explain exactly how this video is going to be broken up into. It's going to be broken up into 4 different sections. Section 1 is going to be about what the strategy is, me explaining how the strategy works and why it's such a lucrative opportunity for you in dropshipping. Then the step 2 is going to be talking about how you can basically build the store, what theme you need, how to lay out the store, how to pick a domain name best suitable for the store, what apps you need. Then I'm going to be talking a little bit about what products are best used for this strategy, how to find winning products, what makes a winning product for this strategy. Then I'm going to be going over the creatives, which is basically things like thumbnails, ad videos, ad copies, headlines, all of those different things. I'm going to be showing you real life examples of my own so you guys can see them. Then I'm going to be finishing the video off with the actual Facebook ad strategy that I recommend you use that is best suitable for this strategy for Q1. Now guys, my name is Camille Satter. Enjoy the content, sit back, get your notepad and pen, and just dive into it.
It's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush.
So I'm going to explain to you exactly what this strategy is and how it works. And I'm also going to be showing you some Google Analytics. I'm going to be showing you loads of in-depth research that I did on this strategy before I actually started doing it a few years ago. Now, before I get into the content, I just want to say I'm doing a giveaway. If you want to win a list of 300 winning products, just like the video, comment the Ecom King takeover, and subscribe to the channel. Now let me just explain how this strategy works and why it's such a lucrative opportunity for you in the new year and why you should try it. Now, what the strategy is called is the New Year's resolution strategy. Now what you're going to be doing is you're going to be taking advantage of people that are doing New Year's resolutions. Now the majority of people that do New Year's resolutions is pretty much everybody. Everybody promises themselves they're going to do something new in the new year, or they're going to commit to something. Now back 2 years ago when I first started this, I actually did some research, and I'm actually going to show you the research that I did when I first started. So you're probably thinking, Cam, what's this got to do with dropshipping? Now let me just show you something quickly on Google that's going to make you think the way I thought 2 years ago. So you guys can see I literally put into Google what are the most common and top most used New Year's resolutions people make to themselves. Now number 1 is they're going to go on a diet and eat healthier. Number 2 is they're going to exercise more, and number 3 is they're going to lose weight. So what are the top 3 most commonly in the same industry? Basically losing weight and getting healthier. So what I thought when I saw this 2 years ago is I thought, wow, if the top 3 most common things that people make themselves a promise as the new year, which was what they're going to do and what they're going to achieve, is losing weight and basically getting fitter and healthier, why not supply these people with products that are going to help them on their process, like fitness, working out products that I could drop ship to them? So that's literally the thought I had in my head. Then I thought, wait, Cam, how much do people spend first on this? Because there's no point doing this if people ain't spending money on it, or they're not doing their New Year's resolution for long enough. That way the strategy will only work for a month. So I did 2 more things in terms of research. So the next thing is I looked to see how many people and how much people spent money on their New Year's resolution when it came to losing weight, and this is what I searched for. So guys, you can see on the screen some statistics, and these statistics are insane. And the statistics are 13% of people spend $500 to $1,000. 33% of people spend less than $100 on their New Year's resolution, and 40%, the majority, spend $100 to $500 on their New Year's resolution. those numbers are insane. So guys, I just basically covered what the strategy was and showed you some numbers and just showed you basically how I came across this a couple of years ago, and the reason why I decided to do this every year from now on. So you can see from what I've just shown you, this is definitely a very lucrative opportunity. Now basically I'm just going to shorten this up for people that don't still understand what I'm basically getting at here. People make a New Year's resolution to themselves. The majority of people do. The majority of people want to get fitter, want to get healthier. A lot of people spend a lot of money on these New Year's resolutions. So why not us as the marketers sell to these people that have made a New Year's resolution? So what I'm going to show you now, guys, is basically how to take that and build a store with it and make money from it like I did 2 years ago. So guys, the first part of this is basically building the store, getting the right apps, and how to find the best products for people to sell to for their New Year's fitness resolution. So the theme that I recommend for this strategy is called Debutify. It's a free theme, and I'm going to go over this a little bit later. I'm actually going to show you a store with this theme for this strategy as well. Then you want to pick a brand name that correlates with what you're trying to do. So my brand name for this is fitnessresolutiondeals.com. That is literally what my brand name is, and that's the reason why I picked it, is because as soon as people hear the domain name, they know straight away what I'm trying to give them is a solution to their new resolution. So that rhymes. That's pretty cool, actually. The next thing is the apps. The apps you're going to need is Klaviyo, which is an email marketing app, because you definitely want to go crazy with the emails with this. You are going to get a lot of email signs up. I've actually made a video on my channel on how to do Klaviyo, how to build it. I'm going to leave all the videos that I recommend you watch after this video in the cards where it says information with a little icon. Click that at the end of the video and watch all the videos that I've recommended, because you need to watch those for this to work as best as it can. The next thing that you're going to want to use is CJ Dropshipping for fast shipping times and US shipping times, and the best quality of the product and the best handling of the product too. And then the other apps you're going to need, you don't really need them because the actual theme provides you with the apps. You're going to need like reviews. The theme gives you the reviews. Now if you want to do like bold upsell or cross-selling, then the app will also give you add-ons to do that as well. They are priced, they're not free, but they're a lot cheaper than the actual apps themselves. So for example, doing like upsells, I normally use bold upsell. The actual theme will give it you half the price that bold will give it to you for. So basically just do that. So guys, I'm going to put a preview of the website that I'm using for this strategy, so you guys can take some more ideas and explain exactly how I've laid this out. And like I said, I've actually made a video on how to build stores using this theme, so I'll leave it in the cards and I'll also leave it in the description below. Let me just quickly go over the store, how I've laid it out and why I've laid it out like this. So straight away what you can see is I've got my logo on the left hand side called Fitness Resolution, showing a man and a woman. That way I'm not alienating a gender. Both genders are included. Then if we look at the basically the strip, the home strip, you can see it says let's crush it. Here at Fitness Resolution Deals, mission is here to help you crush your New Year's resolution when it comes to fitness. Then the call to action button, which is what normally people call shop now, I've changed it to crush it now. That way I'm basically giving them motivation when they're browsing the website. Then you can see when you scroll down, it says top fitness in 2020 products. So I'm basically there, I'm going to put the best top fitness products there, basically a collection of the ones that I'd recommend they buy. And then you can see at the bottom there's one little space for them to put a product. Now you're going to want to put your top performing product there, and then you can see at the top also it says as the shop now button as well in the menu bar, click here to crush it for your fitness. And that's basically the way I've laid it out. I've kept it sweet, I've kept it collective. I've also put a man and a woman as the homepage strip. Now the reason why I've done that is, like I said, not to alienate a man or a woman, to show that it's for both genders, and I'm not just doing it for men or women, because a lot of people alienate races, ages and genders, and that's what's going to cause a lot of problems for you in ecom. So don't do that. That's why I've made sure that there's men and women always being displayed in the logos and on the actual website, so I don't fall under alienating any particular person. So that's pretty much how I've laid out the store, so you guys can take some ideas from it. I've also, like I said, left a link to the description in below and in the cards to me actually building a store out with this theme, and that's what I recommend you watch at the end of the video. So now let me talk a little bit about how to find winning products for this strategy, which is the fitness New Year's resolution strategy. So you can see I'm on something called eSniper. Now eSniper is a website to find winning products. It's really good. eSniper and DropPoint are my two favorite websites, paid methods to find winners. Don't worry, I'm going to also show you some free methods, but don't worry, I've got you covered. I've left a link in the description below to a 14-day free trial to eSniper, because it is a paid software. So basically it's no risk, because I've given you a 14-day free trial. Now you can see on the screen Basically, I've typed in fitness in the search bar, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to look through all of these products and scroll down to see what I can find. And then I eventually find a product that was a winner about a few months ago, which was the ab product, where it works on your abs. And you can see eSniper show you the sales graph, the daily sales, how many people have added it to their wish list, a quick view bar to show you the last few days, and it also shows you the top countries and the top drop shippers for that product. So basically what I do is I go onto eSniper and I type in on the search bar things like fitness, or things like workout, or things like gym wear, and I'm searching for keywords in the search bar. That way I'm going to find the best products on eSniper, because eSniper filters them anyway for you. Then the next method, and again this one's a free method, is I go onto Ecom Hunt. Don't worry, I don't go on the paid plan, I go on the free plan, and then I go to the search bar, as you can see. Then I type in on the search bar fitness or other keywords to do with fitness like gym wear or workout, and then it will pull up all the products that eSniper's listed related to those keywords. And then that way, if they've been on Ecom Hunt, trust me, they've been winners before. And what you can do if you're clever enough is you can go on Google Trends and type in that product name, see if it's trending again. But you don't need to really worry about the trend, because like I said, it's a New Year's resolution product. It's going to trend in January anyway, as long as it's a good enough product. And I'm going to be covering what makes the best winning products in a minute. So guys, that's how I use Ecom Hunt. Now the last strategy I use is I use AliExpress, and I literally just go on AliExpress, and again I use the keyword search phrase. So I basically go on AliExpress, I search for keywords like fitness, like workout, like gym wear, and then what I do is I sort it by the top orders, the most orders on AliExpress. This way you're going to find people, you're going to find drop shippers that have found products on AliExpress, got 20,000 orders. You can see some of them on the screen are coming up under 20,000, over 20,000, 10,000. That way you're going to find winning products on AliExpress for completely free, and that way you can add them to your site. So they're the three strategies I use to find winning products. Now let me cover what makes a winning product, or what makes a lucrative product for this strategy. Number one, cheap fitness products. Now this goes into what I call a price war. Price war is when everybody's trying to compete based on price. Now I don't ever normally recommend this, because it's not a good way to market, but because of New Year's resolutions and people not being fully committed to their New Year's resolution, sometimes they don't want to spend a lot of money on products. They'll be a cheapskate and they'll look at loads of different places to find it for the cheapest, because they're not fully committed to spend as much money as they can, so they're going to find the cheapest one going. So sometimes price wars work best for this strategy. Not always, but sometimes it does. Now the next thing is products that can't be found in your local fitness stores or on your big departments like Nike, Adidas, any like fitness store. So like I'm from the UK, you got things like Sports Direct and things like that that sell you basically fitness products. Now you want to kind of list products on your website that you can't find in your local fitness stores or your country fitness stores. Now the reason why this is the case is because you want people to watch your advert. You want people to go on your website and think, wow, I can't find this down the road. I can't find this online at my local online store. No, local online store. Yeah, basically a local store near you that has also an online store. Sorry, I'm not trying to confuse you, but that's what I'm trying to say. So basically, try and find unique products that you can only find online from you. That way, you're going to get a higher conversion rate. The next thing is finding what I call unique, creative, and kind of unique, colorful products. Now, with gym wear, that's what I'm trying to highlight here is gym wear products. Now, things like gym tops, gym leggings, those kind of things now. Women love their gym wear. They love to look fashionable when they go to the gym. They like to look good when they work out. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to find gym wear. Now, a lot of drop shippers have had a lot of success with gym wear products that are creative, that are unique, that have a different look to them, because they end up going viral. They get a lot of attention. So that's one of the other products that do really, really well for this strategy. The next one is convenient fitness products. So products that can work anywhere and everywhere. So let's say you're somebody that goes to the office a lot, you can use that product at the office. Let's say you've got to go to your friend's house a lot to look after their kids, you can use that product there. So what I'm trying to say is a product that is convenient for that person and that person's daily life and what obstacles come up in their life. That's what I'm trying to say. Now the product that I've chosen for this video is a convenient product, and that will basically explain exactly what this point means. The next one is fast results. Because people are starting a New Year's resolution, normally they quit because they don't get the results quick enough. So you kind of want to get people on this quick result trend. Now there are products out there that can really get you some fast results compared to others, like the ab worker, where it's like this machine that works on your abs, and it really does enhance your abs. Now that's a fast result product, and that's what people are looking for. They're looking for a quick way out, like anything. Same with people in business. People are looking for a get rich quick scheme, basically quick results. So that's another thing that does really well. If you can show a product that gets people a quick result, they're gonna buy it, trust me. The next thing is user friendly, so things that people don't need to have too much kind of knowledge about. They can just take it out of the box, read the instruction manual for 2 seconds and get on with it. Now, a lot of people are afraid to start the gym or basically work out is because they feel like when they have to work out, they need to do complex things to get the results they want. Now, the key here is using user-friendly products and products that are just really easy to use. There's no complicated kind of ways to use them, because a lot of people are going to be older. You're going to get a lot of people that I normally sell to are between 28 and 49 or 40. So a lot of those people do not want to know about these products that you have to do this with, that with, that with, this with. They just want something you can take out of the box, you can just use it, and it's going to get them results that they want. And the product that I've chosen does this as well. So that's the reason why I want to show you this product and show you the videos I've made for it, because that way you're going to get the best understanding of this product in action. Now, that they are the main kind of attributes to the winning products for this strategy, and they're the ones that I always look for when I do this strategy. So let me move on to the next part of the video, which is going to be the creative side and basically what marketing audiences we're going to target for this strategy. So guys, let me talk a little bit about the audience that we're going to be targeting for this strategy. Now, every kind of niche, every kind of strategy has its own target audience and own demographic. Now with this one, you could probably say it's just going to be people that have a New Year's resolution. Yes, but there's going to be a few different things that you're going to want to do on top of that to get what we call the best engaged relevant buyers, because if you're not getting relevant buyers, you're not going to get a good conversion rate. So don't worry, I've done the hard work for you. I've literally done all of it for you. So make sure you like the video. Now what I'm talking about is I went onto Google and I searched for this. So guys, as you can see on the screen, I went onto Google and I searched for the most obese countries in the world, because at the end of the day, if you're doing a store around fitness and New Year's resolutions, you want people that are obese or basically not physically fit, because that way they're the people that are going to have the biggest ambition and they're the people that are going to be your best buyers. But the people that are the most obese countries are not what we call high GDP countries, which means they don't have much money to spend on things like our products because they don't have a good disposable income. So what I did is I cross-referenced the e-packet countries to this list, which is the most obese countries, and I went through them and picked out the best countries with the best GDP and the highest obese rate, and then I've given you the list for them, which I'll be talking about later in the video. That way you're going to get the best conversions because you're targeting obese countries and countries that have got money to buy your product. So that's what I meant by marketing audience. You want to find those people that have both of those attributes. But like I said, I've just done the work for you, so that's why I want you to like the video. Now let me move on to what those countries were. So those countries were the United States, Turkey, New Zealand, Hong Kong, Canada, Australia, Mexico, United Kingdom, Hungary, Lithuania, Ireland, and Spain. So those are the countries that I target, and those are the countries that I recommend you target. Like I said, that way you're going to get the best conversion rates and you're going to get the most relevant people with the money to then buy your products. Now let me talk a little bit about the creative, how I designed the creatives for this strategy, and I'm actually going to show you real life examples and how you can basically design them in a way that it's going to connect with the audience the best. So let me just say the highlights you need to know about creatives. Now I'm going to tell you the highlights, and then when I show you my creatives, you're going to then be like, you know what, everything he's just said, his creatives have got those. That way you know exactly how you should lay yours out for this strategy. Now number one, focus on their promises to themselves. So you want to say, look, you've made yourself a promise this year. You want to stick on with it by buying our product. Now, like I said, I'm going to show you my stuff so you can understand these in more depth. You also want to show testimonials of your products in your videos. Now, normally with dropshipping products, you don't really show testimonials in the video. You normally show it on your website. But because it's about people wanting results and it's because people want to stay motivated, you need to show testimonials in your video. That way, people are going to stay motivated. They're going to buy. They're going to be like, you know what? I can do it this year. So then they're going to get in a bigger buyer mood. Then the next thing is focus on key features of the product, like being convenient, working from anywhere and everywhere. That way it's going to get them to be like, you know what, there's no excuses, I'm going to buy it. then all of these factors put together gets your buyer in the best buying mood, so they're going to check out and they're not going to abandon the cart, or they're not just going to go on your website and dilly and dally about, they're just going to buy from you. So they're the reasons why I recommend you use these kind of angles in your creatives. Now let me show you my creatives so you can see these things in real life. So guys, you can see my thumbnail on the screen, and you can see there's 4 different pictures: a picture of a woman outdoors, a picture of a guy in the office, a picture of a woman at home, and a picture of a guy at the gym. Now you can see I've done 2 pictures of 2 women and 2 pictures of 2 men. That way I'm not alienating genders. Now guys, seriously, alienation is a big thing and people really take it seriously, so that's why I always make it equal and fair. So let me get onto the thumbnail. So you can see I put crush your New Year's resolution in the middle, and I've done like a green color. That way it's what we call color psychology. Green is for success, so that way they're going to crush it, and the colors are going to make them think they're going to crush it. Then it shows outdoors, office, home, and gym in orange writing and bold writing. That way I'm showing the product will work from all of those different places. So remember when I was telling you about being a convenient product, when people see this thumbnail, they're going to think, oh wow, I can crush my New Year's resolution no matter where I am, whether I'm at the gym, the office, or I'm at home, or I'm outdoors. So that's the reason why I've used that thumbnail. That way it's going to connect with them, and it's going to make them feel like there's no excuses needed. Now let me show you the ad copy and the ad creative. So you can see I've put on the first 3 lines. Now remember guys, the first 3 lines are the things that are shown on Facebook. After that, people have to click the see more button. So that's why you need to make sure the first 3 lines are catchy and get people in a kind of set that they want to carry on reading what you're telling them about. Doesn't mean you need to be clickbait, doesn't mean that you need to be saying anything fake, because those 2 things are going to get your ad account banned. But let me just explain mine. I've put, have you made a promise to yourself that sounds something like this? And then I put speech phrases: this year I will crush my fitness resolution. So people are going to read that and think, wow, what's this person getting at, or what's this brand getting at? And then you can also see, before I carry on with that, I've got my domain name fitnessresolutiondeals.com. So straight away it's very congruent, it's all in the same industry. People are going to buy into what I'm trying to do. Then I put crush your New Year's resolution with the tense emoji, muscle arm. Then I put the shop now button, and then basically after I put that you've made yourself a promise part, I put this year you can crush your dreams with no excuses, with the resistant pull ropes that can be used anywhere. Yes, literally anywhere. Then I've put the office, the outdoors, your work with green ticks. That way I'm saying to people, look, there's no excuse this year. You can make it happen for yourself, because this product is going to work everywhere, and this product does work for getting you fitter and obviously more, basically more ripped. So then I've put, here at Fitness Resolution, we give you no reason to quit your New Year's resolution, which is to crush it and get fit. Remember, I'm doing something called repetition. I keep talking about resolutions and crushing it. That way people are going to stay in a motivated mindset, and that way they're going to buy from me, and that way I'm going to make them feel good about themselves as well. And I've also basically gone over their fears. Then I've said, click here to crush your New Year's resolution. Then I've got my domain name. And you can see, guys, this creative is just an amazing way to get people in that engaged mood and to keep them motivated throughout their New Year's resolution. So what I'm going to do for you now is I'm going to play the video for my video ad for this product, and then I'm going to break it down at the end. So let me just quickly put on the screen the video ad, and then so you can see at the start of the video, I put no excuses. You can now work out from home with a woman in the garden of a house, and you can see I've got my logo also in the top right. And then after that's played, I also put on the screen, no excuses, you can now work out from home. So I show another woman inside her home working out with the pull ropes. So I'm basically saying to people, look, there's no excuses here, you can make it work. And if you remember, background is in green and the writing is in red. That way it's going to get an emergency going off in their brain. So I've used color psychology again against the consumer. The next part is tone your arms and your forearms with the product. So I just basically showing the product again in somebody's house, working for them on the sofa. So you can see they're on the sofa and they're working out. And then I'll show another one where a woman's sitting on a bed working out. So I'm not going to go through it all, but you can just see the kind of the sequences I've put across here. I keep showing people in their house, on their sofa, on their bed, working out, getting fit. Straight away, people are going to be like, you know what? This is going to be easy, this New Year's resolution. Look how easy this product's going to make it for me. So that's the video, and that's the reason why I've made the video like this, because at the end of the day, it's going to make people think exactly what I said on my ad copy. Remember, your ad copy and your video need to be congruent. They need to match. They need to make sense. If they don't, red flags, people ain't gonna buy. So now let's go over the Facebook ad settings. Now this is exactly how you want to set up your Facebook advertising for the best results. So you're going to want to start off with a conversion campaign, and you're going to be wanting to do CBO, which stands for campaign budget optimization. You want to start all your campaigns and ad sets at midnight. You want to do the locations that I stated on one of my previous other slides when I told you about the best countries, which was the United States, Turkey, Ireland, Lithuania, all of those countries that I mentioned on that slide. Rewind it to go back to find them. Those are the countries that you want to target in every ad set. Then you want to do ages between 21 and 55. They are the best ages that I've picked up on from the last 2 years when doing this. Gender, both men and women make these New Year's resolutions. English all, because you are doing English speaking countries. You want to make sure that you do English all to make sure you are getting those people. You also want to exclude dropshipping, Shopify, and Amazon. That way you're not going to get competition from Amazon or Shopify, and you're not going to get other dropshippers spying on you by excluding dropshipping and Shopify. So that's the reason why I exclude those guys. It's very, very important. Now the next thing that you're going to want to do is you're going to want to target things like fitness. So literally go onto the interest box and type in fitness. It'll come up with fitness. If you want more interest suggestions, literally hit the suggestion box, and then it will show you things like physical fitness. Any interest about fitness, physical fitness is great. Other things are like New Year as an interest is really, really good. Doing broad targeting is good. No interest targeting is also really, really good for this strategy. You also want to target like fitness brands like Gymshark, Nike, Adidas. All of those things work really, really well. You also want to do fitness magazines. Target fitness magazines because they will do also really, really well for you. Then you want to be doing one interest per ad set. You want to be doing broad interests only, guys. You want to make sure that your potential reaches between 2 million and 50 million for the best optimization. Now, if you pick an interest with a small reach, let's say you pick an ad set with an interest that's only got 1 million reach potential, when you scale it and you break it down, it's going to be broken down too fast, so you can't scale it. So if you're picking an ad set with an interest like 50 million, you're going to get longevity with scaling that interest. Now, the next thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to make the budget either $100 or $50 based on your budget. Now, obviously, if you're spending $100, you're going to get better optimization and you're going to get better ROAS if it locks into the right people. Then you want to be doing your CBOs for 3 days because CBOs take 3 days to optimize, not 2 days like normal campaigns. Then you want one creative per campaign. Sorry, per ad set, you want one creative. So for every ad set, you want one different video, one different thumbnail, one different ad headline, but you want one ad copy for everything. The ad copy stays the same for every ad set. It's just the thumbnail, the video, the ad headline that is different for each ad set. So remember, one creative for each ad set. Don't forget that, guys, because I'd rather test 10 creatives than 10 products because it always comes down to the creative, which one's going to connect and resonate with the target audience the most. As soon as you find that creative, that's when you make the most money, and then you scale that creative out later on. So let's talk a little bit about the scaling. So Facebook scaling, I'm not going to cover the actual CBO scaling because you can scale with CBOs, and that's the first way you're going to be scaling this. But I've made a video on my YouTube channel. I'll leave it in the cards and the description, which is Facebook Ad Strategy 2020, and I go over CBO scaling in that video. And I also go on, and then I also talk about building creatives, why you should make so many creatives, how to set them out, how to optimize them, even how to actually make the campaigns themselves. So definitely go and watch that at the end of the video. Now let me talk a little bit about scaling in general, not CBO scaling, but more in terms of data scaling. So what I mean by data scaling is lookalike audience. Now, before you do lookalikes, you need to have these metrics. Now, be very aware when I say this, because if you don't do it at these certain times, they're not going to work. You're going to want to make sure that your video views are at 75% between 5,000 and 10,000. So you need 5,000 to 10,000 video views for this to work. So you need to have 5,000 to 10,000 views at 75% for this to work the best. Then you want 95% video views, and again 5,000 to 10,000 views for this to work. Then you want view content. View content, you need to have at least 1,500 view content for that to work well and sufficient. For purchases, you want around 200 purchases before you create any lookalike audiences. Now, in terms of how to build the lookalike audiences, you want to be making 10 ad sets, and per ad set you want 1%. So like, for example, in one ad set I'll have 1%, in another ad set I'll have 2%, in another ad set I'll have 3%, in another ad set I'll have 4%, 5%, 6%, 7%, 8%, 9%, and I hope the rest makes sense. Then I will do my top 3 countries for every lookalike audience. So when you build a lookalike audience, you're going to want to pick your top 3 countries out of the ones we use in the testing phase. And then you want to put the CBO daily budget to 150. So you're going to have a new CBO campaign with your lookalike audience ad sets in there. So you should have 10 ad sets with those in there, and you should have the budget at 150, and you want to use the creative that worked the best in the testing phase. And that's literally the strategy and the testing done, guys. Now that is it for today's video. If you've taken value and you appreciate that strategy nobody's ever shared with you before, make sure you like the video and you subscribe to the channel.